This is a crazy Tradle. It's all clothes, okay? And leather footwear, which are clothes. Trunks and cases, which are things you put your clothes in. Soybean meal, crustaceans. And it's $51 billion. I feel like this is a country that makes fast fashion. Like, I feel like this is like H&M is contracting all their work out to Bangladesh. Okay. It's very interesting that the exports are like so uniform. It's the uniformness makes it that much more obvious. Very easy. If you have H&M clothes, just look at the tags on your shirt. That's all I'm going to say. It's optimized. That one's a gimme. It's like if I saw one that was like 90% maple syrup, I would be like, bro, that's Vermont. I got an idea. What if they put tags on the front of your shirt so you didn't have to take off your shirt to read the tag? Bad idea. It would scratch you. You would build up a callus, I'm sure, eventually. Couldn't you wear it backwards? No, because then people wouldn't see the sick threadless webcomic that I got on the front. They call them threadless, but they're anything but. Anyway, we're on Globle. Let's start with Bangladesh. Why not? It's relatively centrally located in Asia. Not really. Well, I guess it depends on Asia's pretty big. I'm not gonna beat myself up over that one. How about Libya? Seems like that could be like 8,000 kilometers away. Okay, much closer. How about take me down to Senegal? That's even warmer, but not by much. Maybe we're down here. How about a Cameroon? That's even warmer. We're 680 away. I feel like we're like here, which means it could be Nigeria. That's adjacent, which means it's Senegal. You already guessed it. I mean, Ghana. Ghana's cooler. Okay, it's Togo. Togo's adjacent. Okay, it's Mali. Mali's cooler. Okay, it's Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso's adjacent. Okay, it's Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire's cooler. It's Equatorial Guinea. Yes. Guinea's cooler. How about Guinea-Bissau? That's even colder. How about Sierra Leone? That's warmer. How about Liberia? That's warmer. How about Djibouti? Oh, motherfucker. Oh, no, no, no. How about the Central African Republic? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be warmer, but much colder. This is an embarrassment. I'm tapping. Can I get an answer here? It's Benin. Benin. Thank you. Benin. 17 guesses and I cheated. That's tough. That hurts. You know, I think it's because we never get Benin and GeoGuessr that I always just, in my head, it goes like Ghana, Togo, Nigeria. That hurts. I don't know if people are going to get that reference. Benin. Oh, no. It's an island? You haven't played GeoGuessr in a year? Oh, has the world changed? Has it turned and left me here? I don't know what this is. It's the Solomon Islands, probably. It's not even in the ballpark. It's like across the entire Pacific. Could you be the Falkland Islands? Malvinas? Oh, it's north of Malvinas. Okay. I'm Malvinas. I'm your fire, your desire. Could this be Antigua, and wait for it, and Barbuda? It is in the Caribbean. Could this be St. Kitts, and wait for it, don't forget about Nevis. There we go. Okay, could this be the Bahamas? Because there's multiple islands. I'm in a lot of trouble. Could this be Trinidad and Tobago? It's got to have like an end or a plural. Guadeloupe. It's got a semicolon. It should be called the Guadeloupes. I can't believe it was singular the whole time. Not that I was going to guess Guadeloupe at any moment, but hang on, let me have some tea. That's right, they should call it Guada and Loop. I'm Malvinas, I'm your fire, your desire. 2007, August 2007. I'm back from my first year of university. You know what we're watching in the movie theater? We're definitely watching Transformers 1. And we're definitely watching Die Hard. We're definitely watching Live Free or Die Hard. Okay, well, then maybe we should look at some of the clues. New Line Cinema opened to 49 milli, starring Jackie Chan. This must be Rush Hour 3. Okay. The rush is on. So true. Once more, Lee and Carter must fight their way through dangerous gangsters. However, this time the past has come back to haunt Lee. Will the boys get the job done once and for all? They must have, because that's the last one for now. Universal, 131 million in its second week. This could be The Incredible Hulk, but The Incredible Hulk came out like 2008, 2009, so it's not The Incredible Hulk. Actor 1 is Matt Damon. It's a Universal film that's made a ton of money at the box office. This is a Bourne film. It's the last Bourne film. It's The Ultimatum. Okay. I did see that in theaters as well. 20th Century Fox, third week, $152 million. It's not an X-Men movie because this X-Men... This is between First Class and X-Men 3, which came out in 2006. First Class is like 11. Starring Dan Castellaneta. It's the Simpsons movie. I saw that in theaters too. The Simpsons movie. Okay. And then you know what? Spider-Man 3 came out here as well, but I don't see it. A Paramount Pictures movie. $9 million on opening. Genre is adventure, fantasy, romance, family. Actor is Claire Danes. It's fucking like Shop Girl. No, it's could this be like is Claire Danes in Enchanted? That's a Disney property. That's not a Paramount property. Okay, freeze that for a moment. New Line Cinema, it's grossed 92 mil in a month, starring Nikki Blonsky. It's a comedy, romance, drama musical. I don't know what this is. It's Hairspray. It is Hairspray. Thank God. Because I know, no disrespect to Nikki Blonsky, but if it's Mamma Mia, which is the only other musical that I know from this era, that's going to have Meryl Streep billed a number one. Nikki Blonsky is not clearing Meryl Streep, okay? Now, Claire Danes, let me get a tagline. This summer, a star falls, the chase begins. Is it possible that this is Stardust with Robert De Niro and James Marsden? It's not James Marsden, it's Michelle Pfeiffer. Holy, we crushed it today. I've seen all these movies, except I don't think I've seen Rush Hour 3, and I definitely have not seen Hairspray. But I saw Stardust. You what? You've never seen Rush Hour 3? It's not a big deal. It's Rush Hour 3. It's not like never seeing The Godfather, which I've also never seen. Can you confirm who was not in it? The guy who got like a vase smashed over his head in the outtakes for number 2, right? Imagine if he was in Rush Hour 3, r/shitty movie details. Okay, Cine 2 Nerdle. That was a great box office game for me. I was 18 years old. Oh, the prime of my life. Getting shithouse drunk at my parents' house with my friends, and then walking to the movie theater to watch Transformers followed by Die Hard. 2 movies that neither of which were very good at all, quite frankly. Have you seen Paddleton? Bro, I love Paddleton. Paddleton, a touching tale about like the nature of the ephemeral essence of life, plus like male bonding, plus Ray Romano. I'm all about the Duplass stuff, man. I go crazy for some Duplass stuff. You ever see The One I Love? The One I Love is like a Black Mirror episode, stretched out to 90 minutes, but back when Black Mirror was actually good. Okay. I see Nicolas Cage, John Travolta off. I'm going to say that is Face Off. I see Ghost, Freaks, David Arquette. This is Eight-Legged Freaks. I'm also going to assume that David Arquette and Jenna Ortega are going to make a Scream connection. Ghost, Face. Yes, okay, but just chill for a second. I see Pottery, Ghost. That's also, that's Ghost. Romance, Demi Moore. Anyway, 8 is going to go here. Babysitter? Babysitter might be from... Oh, just work with me for a second here. David Arquette, I think, is going to be our connector. And I think it's going to connect on Scream. Or, well, listen, I'm just trying to make sure I don't get myself into a shape problem later. So this is Face Off. This is Ghost. These all get hard swapped. And then Ghost, Face, Scream. Okay, we got Ghost. This must be The Babysitter, I guess. What is this? The Babysitter Killer Queen. I don't know this movie. I know that The Babysitter is a Netflix horror movie. Eight-Legged Freaks. I saw it at a birthday party when I was in 8th grade, I think. And, of course, Face Off, an all-time classic. And this would just be like Scream 5, maybe? Scream 2022. How about that? Eighth graded freaks? It's a good point. It's a good joke. I like it. Today's reversal. Holy cow. 3.4 out of 5. That's a tough one. Can I tell you? We've been scratching at this one for a long time. We finally got it. The antiquated knowledge that Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban was directed by Alfonso Cuarón is finally helping us. He also directed Roma. He also directed Gravity. He also directed Children of Men. Stardust, Kingsman, X-Men. I don't know the connection. Let me think about it for just a moment here. Kevin Bacon. Colin Firth. Charlie Cox is in this. Is Charlie Cox in these two? I don't know. Pink Panther. Gold Member. Movies with Hughes in the title. Dark Waters, The Dark Knight. Movies with Dark, X-Men, Dark Phoenix. Zero, Dark 30, The Dark Knight, Dark Waters. Okay. Kingsmen, X-Men. I mean, they could just be movies with superheroes. Could it? Austin Powers is movies with spies. Dreamgirls, The Lion King. What's the connection here? Movies with Eddie Murphy? I don't think Eddie Murphy's in a single one of these movies except Dreamgirls. So we knew that X-Men, First Class, and Kingsman were in a row together with something I don't remember. The Pink Panther? Is there movies with... Was Beyonce in the Pink Panther? I feel like it's Steve Martin, Beyonce. She's also in the new Lion King. And she's obviously in Goldmember. So we hard swap those. X-Men, Kingsman, Kick-Ass, Stardust. Movies based on graphic novels. Because I know this is a Neil Gaiman joint. 2 Stardust references in a single day, by the way. And then, I thought we had another connection. It was like, we got 8 swaps left. Could it be superheroes? Highest grossing movies of the year. X-Men. X-Men. Children of Men. Really? X-Men. X-Men. Children of Men. Austin Powers and Goldmember. Movies where someone is imprisoned. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Kingsman. There's a very noteworthy imprisonment. Austin Powers and Goldmember, Dr. Evil gets imprisoned. And then in The Dark Knight, the Joker gets imprisoned. That's when he does It's a Hard Knock Life. This not connecting is bullshit. Scenes where someone is incarcerated. I can't believe they won't give that to me. How about movies in outer space? No. How about movies with Mark... He's in now. Okay. How about movies with Michael Caine? The Dark Knight, Children of Men. It's movies with Michael Caine. The Dark Knight, Children of Men, Austin Powers. Who the hell does Michael Caine... Oh, he plays Big King. Old King. He's the old guy. The oldest of all the guys. I can't believe we didn't get movies where someone's imprisoned. In Kingsman, that like Swedish model gets imprisoned, and then the lady says, "If you rescue me, I'll let you do me up the you-know-what." Austin Powers and Mini-Me are in prison. They sing "It's a Hard Knock Life." Gary Oldman, I've never seen it, but I know he's in prison in the movie. And then the Joker is in prison in the movie. He goes, "I want my phone call. I want my phone call." You're wrong on this row. This is not graphic novels. Director Matthew Vaughn. Oh, well. I think they are also based on graphic novels. I think they might want to check their information on that one. Okay, movie to movie is not updated yet. Stardust isn't a graphic novel. You're supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Kind of lost it a little bit. I want my phone call. This is Duck Hunt. Hold the verses. Ciao. This is VVV. Oh, it's Punch Out. Great game. Maybe not quite as good as Super Punch Out, but... Okay, classic. Judge a game by its cover. I'm going to know this. I don't know it immediately, but I'm going to know it. It's Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If you'll excuse me, I hear a cat vomiting. I'll be right back. Hello? You okay, buddy? Drink some water, come on. Listen, I'm gonna have to clean it up anyway. I know it sounds gross. I might as well clean it up while it's still wet. Instead of waiting for it to dry, and then you have to scrape it up, and you gotta wet the paper towel anyway. It's a Castlevania. And it's not a Lord of Shadow. It's not Super Castlevania 4, so it must be Aria of Sorrow. It must be the Dawn of Sorrow. Okay. God is my witness. Never heard of this game. This one was great. I believe it. They tend to be pretty good. Except for Castlevania 64, which is a masterpiece. I am going to get this as well. But at present, I don't know what this is. But are you Trico? Are you Trico? Is this a 3D generated Pokemon? I don't know. This is Pokemon Trico's Island. I don't know what it is yet. Give me a second. I don't know what it is unless, is it possible that this is impossible creatures? No. Is it Spore? Are you Spore? Bro, there's just a car? That is not Trico, confirmed. I watched Chibli play a little of this. I remember when I was in university, I lived with a very smart and driven guy. And like because Spore was like supposed to come out in like 2005 or something like that. It kept getting delayed because it was super ambitious. I remember him being like, bro, I really hope like I finish undergrad before Spore comes out. Because once Spore comes out, like that's it for me. I'm going to spend the rest of my life playing Spore. And then I think now Spore is like, it's relatively well regarded. But when it came out, it was considered like a bit of a disappointment. I think about him every time I think of Spore. I mean, it was like billed to be like the only game you'd ever have to play for the rest of your life. Spore. They wouldn't. Okay, we're wrong in all ways, including the physical. It's older than Spore. But it did come out on the PC. It's probably The Sims 1. But then that would be a Maxis game. It's probably Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. But it's not isometric. It's probably Half-Life 1. It is a first-person, single-player, multiplayer game. Remember, I'm realizing it's just important for us to get as many greens as possible so that they're forced with the clue to give us a meaningful clue. So it's not a Valve game. It came out between 98 and 2008. And it's definitely on the PC. And it's a shooter puzzle / adventure in some combination. But it is first person. Okay. It's Deus Ex 2, which I forgot the name of, but I owned on the Xbox. Not Mankind Divided. I mean, Infinite War, Deus Ex Infinite. Invisible War? That's it. Okay, let me think about this for a second. 10 years, first-person game. Could be a BioShock 1. 2000. That's from 2008, though. I think maybe 2000. Probably 2008. How about it could be a Call of Duty 1. It is just it's a first-person shooter between 2003 and 2008. Not developed by Activision. Okay. It's Medal of Honor Allied Assault. That's from 2002. It's not part of the right saga either. Okay. It's my mistake. A bit of a whiff on that one. And it's not from Electronic Arts. We should have known. Could be an Ubisoft first-person shooter. It could be Rainbow Six Vegas. Sure, why not? It is a first-person game. It's between 2003 and 2006. I really don't want to, like, use my clue yet. So it's 2004 or 2005. It's Unreal Tournament 2004. I want to at least get, like, another green before I use my clue. I got the year right. Please don't give me the platforms. I'm begging you. It's 04. It could be Halo 2. Halo 2 is an 04 joint. It's not Halo 2. Okay, give me the clue. It's just on PC. You fucker. It's not Half-Life 2. 2004. Because it's not from Valve. It's first-person shooter from 2004. Just on the PC. When I was not playing PC games. I was playing All-Star Baseball 2003. Didn't that come out 2 years earlier? Yeah, you don't have to buy a new one every year. It's the same game. You sure it's not Deus Ex Invisible War? Is it Painkiller? That's if it's not Painkiller, I'm in a lot of trouble because I can't think of another first-person shooter from 2004. Could it be Doom 3? Wouldn't that be on the id Tech 3 engine, perhaps? It's also on the Nintendo Switch. How did I? Oh, it's on the and it was at least it's on the Intech 4 menu. I don't know it, man. I think I'm washed. 2004. It's 13. That's the last. It's not even in there. That was my last gasp. It's Super Advance Wars. It's probably Mario Kart Super Circuit. Far Cry 1! Oh, that's easy enough. I can't believe that shit is not on cell phones. I think we got screwed by our clue. Like, I think we could have definitely gotten it, but I also think that the clue giving us just the platform was that was the kiss of death. Didn't you guess a Ubisoft game? Wait, yeah, wait a minute. I guess there must have been like a Ubisoft Europe versus Ubisoft America or something. Oh, it's Far Cry 1 is Crytek, motherfucker. Boom, boom. I've got 5 ADA mains on my team, dude. Okay. One word, beloved romance comedy from 1987. It's Amadeus. Here it at last is the kind of warm adult comedy that often eludes Hollywood, an offbeat exploration of family fidelity and the foibles of the human heart. It's Dave. This is a movie that makes you want to sing Bohem and Walk in the Moonlight and Move to Brooklyn. Is it Manhattan? They wouldn't put a Woody Allen movie as one of the puzzles in 20... Oh, it's Moonstruck! They're an irresistibly offbeat couple, Cage playing on the edge where he likes it, Cher creating a fairy tale realist, captivating yet cautious. Moonstruck. Never seen it, but I've seen the video in the video store a trillion times, without a doubt. Now, Amadeus, that's a motherfucking movie, dude. Amadeus, that might be the first instance of Kino in cinema history. Amadeus goes fucking crazy. F. Murray Abraham, it's his best role since Guillermo del Toro's The Cabinet of Curiosities. F. Murray Abraham can still get it? Okay, Mom, how'd you get in here? Best movie I ever saw in school? Dude, it may be Amadeus. We saw some good ones in school. I saw Mean Girls in school. Philosophy teacher showed us I Heart Huckabees, which is insane. We watched The Matrix, watched Armageddon 78 times. Milo and Otis, like at least 4 times. That movie, is it called Born to Be Wild? It's Devon Sawa, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and another kid just doing a road trip in America. October Sky, you saw that in school. I'm trying to think of what else. Devon Zaza, so true. Watch Gladiator, Troy. Anyway, 1960s Romeo and Juliet. Our teacher was kind of based in the 8th grade. We got to watch the Baz Luhrmann one instead of the Monka S one. The one where John Leguizamo gets out of the taxi and does like he pulls the pistols out of his holsters with his arms crossed and falls to his knees and like looks up. That movie's kind of sick. But as an 8th grader, I was like, this sucks. Now I can respect it. Anyway, this is, you guys don't look like Woodrow Wilson like entirely. But you look semi-Woodrow pilled. You look like you went to the World's Fair where they invented the Ferris wheel and the hot dog sandwich. So I'm going to say this is like 1912. It was 1901. Holy cow, that's way back there. This is Stalin. I don't know the other individuals. I feel like I should know you. I don't know if it's for better or worse. The middle is also Stalin. I feel like this is, let's call this World War II pre-Barbarossa. Let's call this 1941. It's 1936. It wasn't even in the war yet, okay? This is Little House on the Prairie. This kettle in the modern era would cost probably $575. I'm not saying this to be rude. I'm saying this to be sincere. There's no doubt in my mind that these two individuals are in their 30s. They have like maybe a 10-year-old daughter with them. There's no way this is not like a man and a woman in their 30s. They might even be in their early 30s. Could be a grandchild. I don't think so. I don't. They're probably your age. Hey, Grandpa, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? Oh, you must be toiling. You must be toiling. I don't toil. That they don't do that anymore, Grandpa. They don't toil. We simulate toiling. And then we watch Netflix. We do a little ambient toiling for fun, and then we coast. Some people still toil. Some people do still toil. I don't toil. I pretend to long for the toiling. Then I toil a little bit and I say, I'm glad I don't toil this often. Anyway, this is I'm going to just give me a 1910 on this. We'll take that. This is Seattle. It's an old one today for sure. Is this Seattle? This looks like Seattle to me. Maybe it's Boston. It's Boston or Seattle. This is the one where they oh, you're right. I've seen this. They've rotated the whole building. Building rotation definitely did not exist in the early 1900s. So this has got to be like a 1930 even. Well. Okay, this is this must be Universal Studios. And then it's somebody dressed as Xena and somebody dressed as Hercules. Those shows aired in the mid-90s to the early 2000s. Sunglasses, that's a heavy, like, 2000 even vibe right there. Put me in the year 2000. This is what Y2K looked like. What did I tell you? Wait, look, we're off by one, but still. I was off by one, but people saying 1998 who was always off by one, I'm like, you guys are so stupid. It's not 1998. We were equidistant, but I'm like, I feel so superior for some reason. They probably just saw The Matrix. Dude, I think they were too young to see The Matrix. The Matrix had a bit of a slow build if you were my age. I didn't get to... I saw it at a hotel room with my parents. We went on vacation to sunny Ottawa, Ontario. I saw it on the hotel TV. It was probably like 17 inches. And I was like, damn, this movie's crazy. Little did I know how much of a cultural footprint it would have. How do you remember these things? Bro, it was The Matrix. I remember where I was. I thought you were one of the runners from that video at the release. Egg. Switchman. Okay, this is a cute house. This looks like a house you would find in Yaletown, where like it's surrounded by condo buildings, and they clearly tried to do like a land assembly to make this part of the condo buildings, but then they chose not to sell it. That's the vibe I'm getting here. I don't know if anyone else here is Vancouver pilled. But it's in a, like, it seems like a fairly residential neighborhood. I'm just going to start you at 700 because I don't really know. That's too low. Okay, it's outside of Cambridge, Massachusetts. It's a Garfield house. This is a Garfield house. This is a B-52's ass house. The dude, Fred, whatever his name is from the B-52s, who doesn't really sing, but he goes like, "There's a place I know in Ontario." Wow! He lives here without a doubt. Fred Schneider. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to say this is a $2 million house. No? Okay. Fresh eggs. Listen, I wanted to be on the record that I hate this house, but I respect it because at least it looks unique. At least they didn't just rip it out of like a Good Housekeeping magazine spread or something like that. You don't have a house like this without liking it. So fair enough. It does look like the house from The Cat in the Hat. How about a 1.5? You're a Housel magnate. Holy cow. We actually got a Housel this week. I didn't even get to see how big it was. Timeguessr. What the hell is this, man? It's 2,300 square feet. I mean, it's a little expensive. Or is it? I just don't, like, why are you ruining your own life? So some hotties want to wear a bathing suit at the beach. Oh, let me bust out the measuring tape? Get a life, you idiot. Who cares? Don't you have shit to do? Didn't you fight in like the Second World War? Now you're out here on the damn beach with a measuring tape like an asshole? This is crazy. Anyway, this must be Washington, D.C. because of the Washington Monument. This one's weirding me out, though, because, like, this guy is not from the 1920s. Like, this is not Woodrow Wilson. This is from, like, the 1950s or something. Like, the fashion of American women changed a ton. Put it in West Potomac Park, maybe. Between, like, in 1910, any photo of an American woman, she's wearing, like, a long dress and, like, knitting something. And then, you know, after the Second World War, they're going swimming, they're banging on typewriters and stuff like that. Like, this is around, I have to believe this is close to mid-century. If it was the 60s, I think people would not be wearing the bathing caps. They'd be starting to wear like bikinis or something like that. I got to imagine this is like, I'm going to call it 46. 1922. Holy cow. This dude is not from 1922. This is a time traveler. This guy is from the 50s, or the 40s at least. He's actually the leg police. What makes him not from 1922? Chat's right, he's 50s coded. It's the hat, it's the, well, maybe the tie, I don't know. You telling me this dude was born in like 1860? You know, maybe that's it. He does look like Lyndon B. Johnson. Maybe that's what threw me off. Queen's Homecoming, 2005. It's going to be 2020. I'm going to guess that this is Salt Lake City, slcpd.com. I guess it could be 2021. Where's downtown Salt Lake City? Where does Mitt Romney hang out? Probably near Taylorsville. Is this downtown Salt? That's downtown Salt Lake City? Holy cow. Let's put me in 2020. It is 2020. You were 1.1 kilometers away. We're redeemed. I can only assume that this is Monaco. I mean, the trees are a little tropical, but Monaco it's down there in the south of France. I'm going to say this is Monaco. Monaco! I get a lot of opportunities to say that. Oh, they have an Hermes here. That's crazy. I'm joking. I'm a little surprised they got a steak and shake, but anyway. They're probably around Le Grill. Larry King? Is this where he's buried? I'll put you on 62. I think that's as good a guess as any that I'd come up with. It's 1980. That's Margot Hemingway, the granddaughter of Ernest Hemingway, watching the 1980 Monaco Grand Prix. I don't want to mansplain, but does she know that the car's over here? Why are you like this? Bro, I know where this is. Wait, the Timeguessr guy must be watching the Chronophotos. We learned this yesterday. This was Ontario. I don't know where, because I think it was in a place called Enola. I'll just be honest with you. I don't know where Enola is. But we also went with Stratford yesterday because it looked very Stratfordian. I don't exactly know where Stratford is either. I thought it was en route. Somewhere like Kingston to Toronto. Certainly not as far as North Bay. Maybe it's en route to Ottawa. It was around the lakes, wasn't it? Now that I think about it. I don't think we were as far in as Grimsby. I know we weren't as far in as London. I don't think we went to Owen Sound. Any chance there's a Stratford up here? I'll just put myself like up in Bob Cajun like a little after 9 or whatever. And then I feel like, I don't remember when we said this was yesterday, but this feels like right around 1998 to me. It's a Laura in the early 2000s. I see you sniping. He isn't west of Toronto, Pilled. Listen, like almost any time I went on a field trip, we left from like here. This is about as far as we went. Because then you got to drive 3 hours back. So you could like, if you left at like 7 a.m., you'd get to where you were going by like 10. You'd have your field trip. Field trip ends at like 3. You get home by 6-ish. It's like an extended school day to begin with. Get a hotel. Bro, we only did that for 8th grade grad. Went to medieval times, saw a Toronto Blue Jays game. This chimp has no idea, man. About to send his ass into outer space. Like this, you ever think about like, it's kind of, I'm pro space travel, I suppose. I'm pro space exploration. Like, it's kind of melancholy when you think about what the animals went through. Like, there's no way the chimp could have possibly conceived of what was going to happen. Like, what was the craziest thing that's ever happened to, like, a chimpanzee before this? They're like, whoa, 2 bananas for lunch? It must be my birthday. Then, like, 6 months later, strapped into the damn space shuttle. Like, how is it? It just has, there's no way to explain it, man. It's kind of sad. The dreams in which they're dying are the best they've ever had. So, I don't know. Cape Canaveral's probably, like, down here somewhere. Maybe it's up here somewhere. Cape Canaveral? Cape Sable? Where's Cape Canaveral? Cape Canaveral? Cape Canaveral? There it is. Cape Canaveral. I'm going to say you're on the Space Force Station skid strip. And sure, I mean, 1962 seems pretty good here. Ham, the first chimpanzee to enter space walking across the runway at Cape Canaveral. I just don't know what to say, man. They even made him like a cute... I actually want to cry a little bit. I'm not even joking. They knitted him like a damn spacesuit and everything. They made him a spacesuit. They didn't have to do that. I would be saluting without a doubt, man. They didn't have to make him a spacesuit. They could have just, or like a jumpsuit. They could have just sent him up there naked. They honored this chimpanzee. This is a damn hero. I got a little misty-eyed. The chimps came back. All right, well, never mind. Really? He lived till 1983 and retired in a zoo? It's fucked up that a chimp can retire. They made that dude work? Did he get Social Security? He came back? That's crazy. He was a colonel in the military. Weirdest rant of 2023? What are you talking about? I'm honoring this. I'm not even being facetious. Just because it's not a human being, we can't honor the chimpanzee? That sounds fucked up to me. It's amazing. This animal is a hero, man. You know none of the other chimps are going to believe him, though. How are you going to explain outer space to your other chimps? It can't be done, man. He came to my elementary school? What the hell? His skeleton's in a museum? That's my Captain America right there. That is heroic. I'm not being facetious. I mean, I know he does, the chimp doesn't really appreciate that I appreciate the chimp, but I appreciate what that chimp did for society. This is literally like just a house, which is fine. I would say that this is a $265,000 house. It's in Austin, Florida. It's a khaki house. Have you noticed that? Double it then. Is Austin like a noted community? I don't want to go too much higher. I'll take it up to 350. It's a single family home. Yeah, no kidding. This will take it up to 500,000. 3 beds, 3 baths. I guess we'll take it down to 425. Built in 1981, literally. Take me down to 400. 1420 square feet. Back when they used to build small houses. How about a 412, 15? 412, 500, I should say. You got it. That's kind of what you like to see, right? They built it in 1981. It was never sold until 2023. They put their time in. It does have 2 acres. That's fucking huge, man. Of swamp? Yeah, but still. That's not huge? That's huge. You know the photo of Cristiano Ronaldo in like a Rolls Royce? And it says, they're so much richer than me, I don't even know what they're in right now. That's how I feel about acres. Like, if you're like 2 acres isn't that big, I'm like, I'm so city pilled that I don't even know what an acre is. Like, I can't even conceptualize it. Is an acre like a square mile? A square mile? There's 640 acres in a square mile? How many football fields is an acre? I can't conceive of this. This is like 2 different imperial measurements that I can't fit into each other. It's an acre's around the size of 1 football field. Is an acre rectangular or square? Or I guess it just doesn't... An acre is just an area, so it could be any shape. You can't visualize a square mile? I'm being dead ass with you. I cannot visualize a square mile. Square kilometer? Yeah. I guess technically it's just 60% bigger. But it's not 60% bigger. It's 60% bigger on every side, right? So what is that? It's fucking like 360,000 times bigger or something. I don't know how the multiplication works with that. Like a square kilometer is 1,000,000 meters. Double checking. A square mile is almost, it's like 3.5 million meters or something. That's crazy. Anyway. I don't really know acres. And something tells me, unless they come out with Isaac 2, I'm never going to really have to know what an acre is. Oh no, it's Traveler. Today I'd like to go from Namibia to Gabon. This one's rough because I don't know where either of these countries are in Africa. But I know that Angola's over here. And perhaps Mozambique. Perhaps the Congo. Oh, am I not connected? Perhaps the Democratic Republic thereof? He's done it. Okay, pure luck. I'll take it. Thank God they were so close together. Because like I know we were up here earlier today with Benin, but like this area for me, I know South Africa, this is Lesotho. This is Eswatini. This is Botswana. This is Namibia. Then this is Angola. You're the Democratic Republic. You're the non-Democratic Republic, and you're Gabon. Okay, and now you're Botswana. I don't know. You're Zimbabwe. This is Mozambique. You, I don't know. You're Malawi, okay. You're Zambia. And then we go up one. I don't know what you are. You're Tanzania. And then you're Uganda. And you're Kenya. And you're Somalia. And then you're South Sudan. Ethiopia. Okay, dude, we're getting there. We're getting there. Bit by bit, we're getting there. What the heck are you? Burundi and Rwanda. Okay. Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya. Every day we learn a little bit more. Slash marker. Those.